friends, it's Amy Dunn, the Keto Queen. I hope you guys have had a great day. Is it Wednesday already? I can't keep track. Y'all, it's sad. I'm about to look at my darn calendar. That is sad. It is just, I missed you. I lost you guys playing with my watch. So it's just Tuesday, guys. Can you believe it? It's been a wild week already, so I can't believe it's just Tuesday. It feels like it should be Wednesday or Thursday already. So I hope you guys have had a great one, though. It has been good but busy. I got so excited when I got home because my landscapers are almost finished working in my yard. If you follow my normal page, my Amy Dove page, not my keto page, you'll see some of the landscape work that's finished, guys. I'm so excited. I got to show you just a couple of things. Okay, something's wrong with this internet. Let me check and make sure I got my Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second, guys. Don't ask me, this crazy internet. Okay, so I just am so excited because I got so many beautiful things going on at the house, but this is just one of the finished jobs here at the house. So this used to be all just dirt, mud. This used to be a hill full of mud, and they made a retainer wall, or put a retainer wall there, and dropped me another concrete pad so I can put my grill down there, my little grill set, a little table with an umbrella. Oh, I'm so excited. They're almost finished. They're actually packing up some work, and then they did some work on the backside and planted me some new trees. All this used to be just solid mud. You'll see we ran out of sod, so it's not perfect, but guys, oh my gosh. So excited to have grass in the backyard. Come on a little bit, because my dogs have been tracking in mud every single day since we started this project in October of last year. So I'm excited that there are some things coming to an end. I hope y'all have had a great day. Tell me something fun going on in your life and what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. We're making some drop biscuit stacks. So this is a breakfast biscuit stack that I make every once in a while that my family absolutely loves. Me and Ricky love breakfast foods. And this is basically like, I try to create something that's almost like a Perkins breakfast skillet. So if you love Perkins like I do, you know, I really do miss Perkins. I've been keto for 3 years and I have not had Perkins but just a few times. And when I go now, or when I went then, I would have breakfast and I would have eggs and sausage and bacon. But, you know, used to, I would have like those breakfast skillets that had like the potatoes and the gravy and the scrambled eggs and the sausage. So, my dogs. I've started this video all kind of crazy. So anyway, I really wanted to create one of those, my favorite breakfast skillets. So what I created was a biscuit stack. Right now I've got some sausage in my skillet. I'm cooking up some sausage because we're going to make a sausage gravy to go on my biscuit stack. Polly is doing ranch pork chops and broccoli. Yum. Hey Kathy, Clara, Shirley. I see a lot of friends. I hope you guys have had a great day. Hey Susan, Angie, Melody. All right, so I've got my sausage over here cooking. I'm gonna turn it down low because I don't want it to burn. I'm gonna turn it down really low because I'm gonna cook it slow. And we're gonna go ahead and get our biscuits together. This is the most important part of the whole stack. So we make a biscuit, and then we take our biscuit and crumble it up in a big bowl. And then we add sausage gravy. Yes, sausage gravy that is to die for. We'll add some scrambled eggs. My husband loves bacon, so he breaks up bacon pieces in his. He also loves extra sausage because we got on my husband's a meat lover. And then we top it off with a little cheese. So I usually would put Gouda cheese and I'm out. So we're gonna use cheddar cheese tonight or Monterey Jack or something like that. Maybe even some pepper jack. But we'll top it off with a little cheese and there you go. That's our biscuit stack. How awesome does that sound? Bettina had tilapia, that sounds good. Ooh, Jackie had a steak salad, yum. Hey Vivian, how are you? All right, so let me show you how we mix these biscuits up. Let me check on my butter, so I'm letting it cool real quick. All right, so I've got 2 tablespoons of butter that's been cooling. I'm gonna sit over here out of the way. We're gonna start with our dry ingredients. For the biscuits, you want to use 1.5 cups of almond flour. This is the almond flour I love to use because it's really low in carb and it doesn't taste bad at all for the low carb. It is Nature Eats almond flour. If you look at the nutritional values, it has 1 net carb and 3 tablespoons. So 1 carb and 3 tablespoons. That is amazing. Now there are a lot of almond flours out there and a lot of people will say, oh great, I got an awesome almond flour, I'm ready for keto. But if you look at the nutritional values, it's like 9 carbs in a tablespoon. So no matter what you're buying, make sure you do read your labels. We got 1.5 cups of almond flour, and we're gonna add some baking powder, and we're gonna do 2 teaspoons. So 2 full teaspoons of baking powder. I'm just gonna add that right into my dry mix. All right, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You guys know I love Redmond's real salt, but any kind of pink Himalayan salt you want to use, just ignore my dirty kitchen, guys. It's been a week. It's just Tuesday, but I swear it feels like it's already been a full 7 days. It's been wild at work and with all this construction at the house. We've eaten late every night this week. So I'm trying to get some things done in the house and get packed because I'm working out of town Wednesday and Thursday. Dang it, I just put way too much salt. That's okay. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1.5 cups of almond flour. And we're going to get that mixed up really good. And I'm just mixing it up right here in my measuring cup. I got a big measuring cup. As we're mixing up these biscuits, oh, he's ready for his check. Is he ready now? Yeah. Okay, I'm coming. I got to run a check out to the contractor. So as we're mixing up the dry ingredients, I do have some sausage over here in my skillet cooking, just a pound of sausage. And the sausage gravy is super easy. I got my oven on 400 because we're going to bake these biscuits for about 10 to 12 minutes on 400. I apologize, I got to step out real quick to give this contractor a check. I'll be right back. Sorry. All day long, so why not make dinner wild too? So I had to pay my contractor. I'm so excited. He did an amazing job on my landscaping work outside, so I had to go out there and thank him and sing his praises for a minute because he did an awesome job and he could have walked out because it was a lot of work. All right, so dry ingredients: 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using Redmond's real salt, so any kind of pink Himalayan salt, and that's the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in my big mixing bowl. And we're going to add our wet ingredients, which includes 2 eggs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to mix these separate, and then I'm going to throw them together. So I got 2 eggs. All right. We're going to use sour cream. So we're going to use a fourth cup of sour cream. That's not the one that's open. 1/4 cup of the open sour cream. I know I've been a while on this mess on this video, but guys, let me know what you're doing for dinner tonight. I will come and read comments in a second. So a 1/4 cup of sour cream, 2 eggs, and the last thing is 2 tablespoons of butter cooled. So you don't want it hot. Don't have to be super cold, but not hot. Let me get a fork. Alright, so we're just mixing up these wet ingredients inside my measuring cup. Hey Gabby! Hey Justin! Hey Nicole! Hey Polly! Hey Wanda! She loves breakfast too. Hey Penny! So I hope you guys can ignore my craziness in the video. I really want to show you how to make these biscuits because they're so delicious. I actually got this recipe out of the Southern Keto Cookbook, I believe. They're called drop biscuits. And most people would mix this up and drop them onto a baking sheet, hence the name drop biscuits. But I like using my muffin pan because I think the muffin pan helps them rise. And I don't want them smushed or flat because I like to put stuff in them or break them up and have like a thick biscuit. So I'm using my muffin pan. I have already sprayed them down with some olive oil. All right, so my wet is mixed, my dry is mixed, and I'm mixing them together. I should just put the dry in here, probably. Trying to get it all out. All right, and we're just going to mix all the wet and dry together. And it's going to make a biscuit consistency. I'm telling you, it's a day. Okay, so if I slow down and calm down, it's going to mix into a dough. Who else has crazy days like me? Give me some hearts if you have crazy days too. All right, this looks mixed pretty darn good. And it looks really good. All right, so it's just a mixture of dough. I'm gonna take that big spoon I used originally, and I'm gonna spoon it into my muffin pan. And I'm just gonna do one spoon at a time. These can be as big or as small as you want them. So if I remember right, it's been a while since I made them. This makes about 8 to 9 biscuits. So it'll last a good while. You can have several meals out of this. You can make these and make sausage biscuits out of them, but I really love the breakfast stack. That's what we love to make. So I'm just using my spoon that I mixed it with. I've got my oven on 400, and these only need to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. So not very long at all, so watch it, make sure you don't burn them. The toothpick test is how I know they're finished. I stick a toothpick in the middle. If it comes out clean, they're good to go. Maybe I was wrong, maybe it makes 6. I do have a big spoon. Let me check these out. Ooh, they look good. All right, they don't have to be beautiful because they're gonna rise in the pan, but they are in the muffin pan. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven. I'll go over what's in these one last time in a minute, but let's talk about our gravy. So the gravy is super delicious, guys. I'm sure you've made this before, but if you haven't, definitely tune in. Let's go over those ingredients for the drop biscuits one more time. We're making breakfast biscuit stacks. So the drop biscuits has dry and wet ingredients. The dry is 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix it up really good. And then mix your second ingredients is your wet bowl. You've got 2 eggs, a fourth cup of sour cream, and 2 tablespoons of butter melted and cooled. So mix up your dry, mix up your wet, and then throw them all together. Mix it up. Now you can drop them onto a parchment paper and let them cook like that, hence the name drop biscuit. Or you can put them in muffin tins like I do, or muffin pans, and let them cook, let them rise up a little bit more like a biscuit. Either way, they're super delicious. That recipe just made me about 6, and it's on 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes. I set my timer for 10 minutes. Hey, Tony, Shirley, Patsy. All right, so we're making sausage gravy now. The sausage gravy is super delicious and easy. And what we're gonna do is take my biscuit, tear it up in a bowl. We're gonna top the biscuit with our sausage gravy, some scrambled eggs, a little bit of bacon, a little bit of cheese, breakfast stack. It's so good. Now the carbs in this meal do come in the bread. And you can be, this bread is so filling. I usually only have one because it's so filling. But if I remember right with my ingredients, my almond flour, it's like 2 net carbs per biscuit. So you can have a few if you haven't eaten very many carbs today, but you're not gonna need it because it fills you up really fast. All right, so we've got our sausage cooked. There's not hardly any fat in there, so I'm leaving it just as it is. And we're gonna add some cream cheese, if I can find my knife. We're going to do 3 ounces of cream cheese. We're just going to cut it up small so that it will cook or melt, so it will melt. Turn this eye down just a little bit. We just want to melt the cream cheese into the sausage. Now, if you've got a lot of fatty sausage that has a lot of grease, pour that grease out. But mine really didn't have hardly any grease. Love this mess. Talk about a mess. All right, so we're just melting the cream cheese and the sausage. And guys, the next thing is the last thing for this sausage gravy. After your cream cheese mixes, add heavy cream. Just a little at a time. Stir it up, let it cook a minute. Add some more if you want it more creamy or more liquidy. The more you add, you can't take back. So only add a little at a time. Just pour a little bit or use like a little 4th cup measuring cup and pour a 4th cup at a time. Of course, the longer you let it simmer, the thicker it gets. So be cautious of that. But this is the most awesome, easy, delicious keto sausage gravy. It's just sausage, cream cheese, and heavy cream. And I only pour a little bit at a time, let it cook. And then if I want it not creamier, but thinner, like a gravy, rather than a thick sausage, you just add more heavy cream. And that's it. I put pepper in it, a little bit of salt in it. The most awesome gravy ever. Has everybody had this? Give me some hearts if you've never tried it, or if you have and it's delicious. Thank you, Bev. You're so sweet. All right. I see Kathy on here. I got a couple of Kathys. Hey, Faye, how are you? All right, guys. It's been a wild one. I'm sorry. I know I was all over the place in the kitchen this time. I was running to the backyard, running to the contractor. I was running all over the place. So I have an admirer. I'm just now looking. Oh my gosh, yuck. Justin, please go on somewhere else. I don't need that on my page. We're here to learn keto and to help people change their lives. So, all right. So I hope you guys have had an awesome day. If I can help you with anything, send me a message. I hope you'll try out these drop biscuits. 10 to 12 minutes in the oven. It's super fast and delicious. You'll see my cream cheese is definitely melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and add a little heavy cream. All right. So see, I only add a little bit at a time until I decide how thick I want it. Now you can see that's just water on the bottom. It's gonna thicken up as it cooks, so I'm gonna add a little more. And then I'm gonna let this simmer a minute and see if it thickens up the way I want it or if I need more. I mean, you just play with it. It's your gravy, so you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. All right, guys, I hope you have an awesome night. I'm gonna get off here, make sure my husband doesn't need me for anything. I'm cooking up some bacon and sausage in my air fryer, and that's gonna go into our breakfast stack. And simple, easy peasy. Guys, I hope you have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.